we have a countertop here and we want to put a sink in, and we want the sink to cut through the top. Okay, so how do we do it? First of all, if it's a group or a component, you got to get into it. So click into it, double click into it and get into it, and then pull in your sink. Now the sink has to be prepared properly, so let's first of all just do it. So we put in a sink, and then the easiest way is just to explode the sink and then turn around and turn it back into a group or a component. Okay, and now the key bit with a cutting through a surface is that it only handles a single surface. So here this counter has a surface on both sides. So the easiest way to handle that, well, there's three ways. You can either click on this surface and delete it, or you can turn to the surface and you can add in a texture and edit the texture and make it the opacity 0. That'll work. And the third way, of course, is to hide the surface. Now, deleting it is easiest, but you do lose your solid, and you can't do some extra calculations based on volume and weight and that sort of thing. So that's what you do. Now, if we want to move the sink around, the neat part about this is that the sink will stay cutting through the surface. Now, the next important part of this is you have to prepare your sinks properly. So let's go pick one, and we're going to pick this Blanco one. Okay, now the key bit here is that your origin of your component needs to be at the same level as the bottom flange. And secondly is you've got to have a piece of solid. This has to be a solid for it to work. So you have to make a flange that's solid, and you have to place it at the right height. We can open up a different one here, which is the double sink, and it's done slightly differently, but it does have a solid. Okay, so this little bit of solid in here is sufficient to allow the sink to be properly inserted into the component. So we can go back and do that one more time. So pick up the countertop. Okay. Now here you got to have your most current one. So you can open, in my case I got sinks here, select the folder and then pick the double, put it into place, explode it, and before you do anything else, turn it back into a component or a group. Take this, and now we can hide it this time. And we have a sink that can move around. Thank you very much for watching. Bye now.